गुड मॉर्निंग सर। सेक्रेटरी सर से रिक्वेस्ट है सर, आप एक बार जरा वो आपके लिए वो टेस्टिंग करेंगे, तो आपको अनम्यूट कर रहे हैं एक बार सर, आप जरा बोलें उधर से।
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Manoj Joshi, Secretary Mahua. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
हाँ,
Thank
yes
you,
sir,
sir.
it's good sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome Secretary Mahua, who has joined us virtually from Jaipur today from his field visit. I also welcome all the nodal officers of the central ministries and the field officers who have also joined us on the virtual mode. As everybody is aware, a lot of action is happening on ground right now during the Swachhata Pakhwada, which was launched on the 15th of September. The fortnight Pakhwada activities have focused on SafaiMitra Suraksha, youth-led sanitation, as well as large-scale cleanliness drives. I would like to compliment on behalf of both Ministry of Jal Shakti, Drinking Water and Sanitation, as well as Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, for all the excellent work that is being done by the central ministries and the field units. All of you have been uploading your activities along with numerous pictures on ground involving people and citizens on the DDWS portal. At this point of time, we have more than 60 ministries and departments who have uploaded numerous activities of cleanliness as well as mass mobilization on the DDWS portal. So request everybody to keep up the good work with specific focus on actual cleaning as much as mass mobilization. Today's meeting, colleagues, has been convened for a specific purpose, and the purpose is the Pakhwada is to peak on the 1st of October on the eve of Gandhi Jayanti, which is observed as Swachh Bharat Diwas. So on 1st of October, we have a specific call to action, and hence today's meeting. I would request Secretary Mahua to please place the details of what is expected from everybody on the 1st of October before we proceed to a detailed presentation on the same. Sir, please. Sir, would request you to please unmute yourself.
नमस्कार, मैं मनोज जोशी, सेक्रेटरी हाउसिंग एंड अर्बन अफेयर्स। स्वच्छता पखवाड़े का जो अंतिम दिवस है 2 अक्टूबर से पहले 1 अक्टूबर को पूरे देश में आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा है कि लाखों जगहों से करोड़ों लोग जुड़ें और स्वच्छता का श्रमदान करें, और ये सारा कार्य 1 अक्टूबर को 10 बजे सुबह कम से कम 1 घंटे तक श्रमदान करें स्वच्छता के लिए देश के सभी नागरिक। प्रधानमंत्री जी भी जुड़ेंगे, उसके साथ ही हमारे सारे मिनिस्टर्स, एमपीज, सारी लोकल बॉडीज, जितने हमारे इन्फ्लुएंसर्स हैं, हमारे कल्चरल और दूसरे क्षेत्रों में हमारे लीडर्स हैं, वो सभी हमारे साथ जुड़ेंगे। और ये अगर हम चाहते हैं कि करोड़ों लोग, देश की जनता इसमें हमारे साथ जुड़े, तो उसके लिए राज्य सरकारों, जिला प्रशासन, म्यूनिसपैलिटीज, ग्राम पंचायत और सभी मंत्रालय की फील्ड यूनिट्स, सबको मिलके हमें काम करना होगा। और ये हमारा जो अब हमें कार्य दिया गया है, बड़ा स्पेसिफिक कटआउट है कि सभी केंद्रीय मंत्रालय, उनकी जो फील्ड यूनिट्स हैं, वो अपने जहाँ भी फील्ड यूनिट्स हैं या उनकी जहाँ भी एक्टिविटीज़ हैं, उसके आसपास कोई जगह आइडेंटिफाई करें जहाँ स्वच्छता के लिए जनता श्रमदान कर सके, और उस श्रमदान में उस विभाग की फील्ड यूनिट के लोग जनता के साथ मिलकर श्रमदान करें और स्वच्छता के लिए काम करें। इसके लिए ज़रूरी है कि हमारे मंत्रालय के पोर्टल पे सभी विभाग या उनकी फील्ड यूनिट्स, जैसा या तो मंत्रालय अगर कम यूनिट्स हैं तो मंत्रालय खुद, नहीं तो वो अपनी फील्ड यूनिट्स को लॉगिन आईडी देके फील्ड यूनिट्स से डिटेल्स एंटर करवाए। और सभी फील्ड यूनिट्स और मंत्रालय जहाँ जहाँ पे स्वच्छता का श्रमदान का इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे, उसकी डिटेल्स हमारे मंत्रालय की वेबसाइट पे डालें। हम जनता से आग्रह करेंगे उसके बाद प्रधानमंत्री जी की ट्वीट द्वारा भी और अदरवाइज हमारे ट्वीट्स के द्वारा भी, वो वेबसाइट पे जाके देखें कि उनके घर के आसपास कौन सी जगह है जहाँ पे वो स्वच्छता के लिए 1 तारीख को सुबह 10 बजे 1 घंटे के लिए श्रमदान कर सकते हैं। और वो चूज करेंगे कि वो कहाँ पे जाएं और वो लोग पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे। हमारी फील्ड यूनिट्स को, सभी मंत्रालय की फील्ड यूनिट्स को ये इंश्योर करना है कि स्वच्छता के इस श्रमदान के लिए नेसेसरी इक्विपमेंट, मटेरियल वहाँ पे हो, अप्रोप्रिएट जगह हो, और उसकी अप्रोप्रिएट लोकल पब्लिसिटी भी करें। जो हम लोग तो करेंगे ही, साथ में लोकल लेवल पे पब्लिसिटी भी करें और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों को वहाँ इन्वॉल्व करें। इसके लिए जिला प्रशासन और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के साथ भी इंटरेक्ट करें। यही हमारा मैंडेट है 1 अक्टूबर के लिए। और ये आज की जो वीसी बुलाई गई है, इसमें यही आपको डिटेल में इसका प्रोसीजर क्या होगा ये समझाया जाएगा। एक सोमवार को 25 सितंबर को माननीय श्री पी.के. मिश्रा जी, प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी टू पीएम, भी कुछ मंत्रालयों की एक मीटिंग लेंगे इसी का रिव्यू करने के लिए। कैबिनेट सेक्रेटरी सर भी होंगे उसमें। अगले 1 सप्ताह में यही काम हमारे सभी मंत्रालयों को, उनकी फील्ड यूनिट्स को करना है, ताकि जैसा प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा है कि लाखों जगहों पे करोड़ों लोग स्वच्छता के लिए श्रमदान करें और इसको एक ऐसी एनर्जी इसमें स्थापित करें ताकि सभी देश में, सभी जगह, सभी लोकल बॉडी स्वच्छता के लिए बढ़िया काम करें। अब मैं हमारी जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी हैं रूपा मिश्रा, उनसे कहूँगा कि वो एक पीपीटी द्वारा डिटेल में मंत्रालयों को क्या करना है और क्या प्रोसीजर फॉलो करना है। इस पीपीटी में हम ये भी बता रहे हैं कि राज्य सरकारों से हम क्या निवेदन कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि देश वही है, जगह वही है, लोग वही हैं, तो राज्य सरकारों के साथ कोलैबोरेशन काफ़ी ज़रूरी है। इसलिए राज्य सरकारों से हम क्या कह रहे हैं और आप लोगों से क्या कह रहे हैं, ये दोनों इस पीपीटी में हम आपको बताएंगे। रूपा।
Thank you very much. As Secretary Sir has detailed the call to action, before that, a brief background. Everybody is aware that we have started the Pakhwada from 15th of September. After that, on 17th, we saw the India Swachhata League being done by the local bodies. SafaiMitra Suraksha Shivir is right now going on in different field locations, which is a one-stop camp for preventive healthcare as well as other facilities for the sanitation workers. And then finally, the Pakhwada peaks on the 1st and 2nd of October. Now, the theme is Garbage-Free India, and all ministries, state governments, UTs, ULBs, Gram Panchayats together are working on this. As Secretary Sir just mentioned, the call to action is very clear. 1 तारीख 10 बजे 1 घंटा, Shramdan by people for Swachhata doing actual cleanliness drive and resulting in visible cleanliness. इसका जो तारीख है वो निश्चित है and that is 1st October. समय है 10 बजे and call is for 1 hour of Shramdan for Swachhata. Pledges, ICs, walks, cyclothon, etc. We have done a lot during this Pakhwada. This specific activity is for actual cleaning drive resulting in visible cleanliness. Now, if we are to do this, there are some specific action points for ministries as well as states. As Secretary Sir was mentioning, the first thing that all ministries will have to decide is which is their field unit for implementation. If it is the Ministry of Railways, is it the zone? Is it the DRM? If it is the Ministry of Environment, is it the DFO? Is it the officer in charge of wildlife and zoos? If it is the Ministry of WNCD, does it lie overall under the administrative control and monitoring supervision of the district administration and district control? So every ministry will have to identify which is the field unit that is going to implement Swachhata activities. Once the field unit is identified, we will all operate on a single IT platform that will connect public as well as states as well as ministries. This is going to be a single umbrella platform, which is swachhatahiseva.com. Every field unit or ministry, as the case may be, will create events on this particular platform. And after the creation of events is done, the remaining of the procedure I'll explain in a little while. But the third important point for the ministries will be, not only do we have to create the events, we will also have to plan as to how they will be smoothly carried out, because these will be activities of actual cleaning. The fourth important thing for ministry is dissemination of messages. This is not going to be a government program of government employees by government employees. Government or local administration will be a facilitator, and people and citizens are going to participate and lead and drive it. Therefore, message dissemination is going to be an extremely important activity that all of us have to do together. And the fifth and the most important part, review, monitoring and ensuring that we kind of deliver on this particular call, which is here on the slide, which is 1 October, सुबह 10 बजे 1 घंटे का स्वच्छता के लिए श्रमदान करें. Simple ask, but yes, difficult to deliver for all ministries and states. Now let's move forward. How do we create events on this portal? This portal will be our platform for communication. For the urban areas, urban local bodies will be the field units. And for the rural areas, it will be the districts who will be the field units. And districts can also share their login credentials with blocks who will act as field units. The state administration can take state government can take a decision on this. Similarly, let's come to the central ministries. Central ministries will also identify their field units for implementation. All the central ministries right now have login credentials on the DDWS portal. The same login credentials will be used, and the central ministries can decide whether they will enter and create the events on the portal, or they will share and delegate it with their field units where the cleanliness drive will be taken up. Once these events are created, each of it will have an unique identity on the portal, which thereafter citizens can see. Now, this event creation, as I was mentioning, will be by ULBs, districts and central ministry, and therefore the user IDs also will be given to these entities. Tomorrow, we have a day-long training for all the states and UTs, and on Monday, we have already shared the training calendar. We will be having an online training and hand-holding session to enable each ministry and their field units to get onto the portal and give the training to them. Now these events, once they are created, will be available on a map view. So wherever you are creating the event, the citizen can see where in the neighborhood and the nearby areas these events are being created. And even sitting here at Delhi, we can see on a national map wherever events are being created. Citizens can thereafter go to this portal and select the event that they want to join. Hence, it is very important that this must be widely publicized using all platforms, especially at the local level, so that citizens are aware about this entire platform and what is to be done. After completing the activity on the first, the person who has created the event or the field unit that has created the event will be required to also close the events. Otherwise, all the events will be seen as open events, open activities. So once we do the 10 o'clock activity, by 4 o'clock on the same day, we request all field units to be closing the events on the portal by 4 p.m. so that we can get a consolidated action of the happenings on the ground once we collate the results. Now let's come to the logistics plan. That was about creation of events. The second activity that ministries will have to do and field units will have to do is to plan for proper execution. Now date of event is fixed 1st October. Timing is fixed 10 a.m. Field units, however, will have to see locally if they make people arrive there 30 minutes or 15 minutes prior, do the logistics, and then start the activity at 10 o'clock. The location will be obviously either in a rural village area or in an urban area. For the urban area, the ward will serve as a unit. And for the rural areas, the village will be the unit. Every creator of the event or the field unit will enter when they create the event with location details. For example, if NDMC is going to create an event in, let us say, Lodhi Gardens. So the creator of the event will give the details and immediately on the map, it will be pinned. So anybody in that area can see that, okay, at 10 o'clock, Lodhi Garden cleaning activity of the park. Similarly, everybody can put their details which will be available. When the event creator or the field unit is creating the event, it is very important to put the expected number of participants. Let us say you are doing a cleaning activity in a market area. Your expectation is not more than 100 people should be in that area. Please put that number of 100 or 200 or 300 depending on the site, because we expect people to participate to do actual cleaning. And also, when citizens will be choosing their place, they might not want to go to a crowded place, or somebody might want to go to a crowded place. Hence, this expected number of participation must be given in the site details when the event is created. Also, the contact details of the event in charge must be given at the time of creation so that public can reach out for any further detail. We have thought of a tentative target. It's not really a target, but kind of a site planning, wherein it is envisaged that in every urban local body, around 2 sites per ward. And in every Gram Panchayat, 1 site per Gram Panchayat, at least as per population, can be easily created for these kind of activities. Anywhere where wards have higher population, like 10,000, 12,000, can do more activities. Wherever the wards have very less population, clustering can be done. Once this planning of event is completed, all field units have to do a very important activity, which is the nature of cleaning. How do people know that if they are to arrive at a park, what do they need to carry? If they are to reach for a beach cleaning, what do they need to carry? If they have to go for a mountain cleanliness drive, what do they need to carry? What do they need to wear? So these kind of specific instructions, there is a provision where the field unit or the event creator can give details as to whether people need to carry their own cleaning materials or it will be provided. Any specific precaution like walking shoes, not wearing loose garments or whatever can be given in those kind of details. A second important activity is we are not going to clean any site and leave a garbage dump after the activity. Every site has to be cleaned and not result in another garbage dump. Therefore, the tie-up with the local body has to be done for transporting of the garbage to a particular designated location, which either the district administration or the urban local body will specify, from where it goes ahead for further course of solid waste management. So this is where convergence is very important when we plan the sites and also we plan the transportation so as to not leave any garbage dump behind. It is very important to note that all these activities have to be single-use plastic free and zero waste events. We cannot use single-use plastic. There is no question of having tentage, distributing PET bottles. People should be requested in the instructions when you create the event that they carry their own water bottles, and absolutely no littering or waste at the events. No tents, no frills. It's a clear cleanliness activity that will result in visible cleanliness. One specific request to all central ministries and field units. This is not going to be a photo op. This is not going to be an event where in a small location 30 people are standing with brooms and sweeping almost nothing. Let us nicely plan our sites, pick up an area which actually requires cleaning and end up cleaning it with people. Now, what could be a choice of location? Because that's very important. Every city, every village invariably has some point where garbage is dumped. Even if it is cleaned every day, garbage ends up getting dumped at that place. So let's target these places. Other areas could be railway tracks, surrounding areas of airports, roadsides, water bodies, ghats of the rivers, slums, under bridges, market spaces, back lanes where nobody goes, places of worship which are very high footfall areas, areas surrounding public and private offices, tourist locations, toll plazas, bus stands, zoos, goshala cleaning, beaches, hills, port areas, residential areas, areas surrounding Anganwadis, health institutions, educational institutions, etc. So please do your site selection well and accordingly plan these activities so that all our effort and action must result in visible cleanliness. Now, convergence, as I said, is going to be very important. None of us in this entire exercise can operate in isolation. It has to be ministries, field units, district administration, local bodies working together. Therefore, it is very important that district administration or the urban local body kind of brings everybody together and there is exchange of information in terms of creation of events, logistic tie-up, volunteer tie-up, transportation tie-up, etc. We also have another provision. Let us say in this entire exercise, there is some NGO, RWA, private organization, a big mall area, somebody who, a corporate entity who wants to organize a cleaning event. There is also a provision on the portal that they can apply to the urban local body or the district administration. Once there is an approval, they can also create events on the portal. However, we feel that if there is proper convergence, almost everything will come under the ambit of our field units. Now, a next important aspect is report. All of us need to see where we are and how we are progressing. The site will enable each one of you to see reports of various kinds. On a real-time basis, once we have put in the data of events, you can see how many events have been created. For example, a ministry will be able to see which one of its field units are creating events where no events have been created, what kinds of events are also being created. The second is, as I have shown in the previous slide, there are different kinds of cleaning that can happen. Beach cleaning, road cleaning, park cleaning, heritage sites cleaning, etc., etc. So you can choose your site of cleaning, and any field unit, ministry or state government can see on a real-time basis the type of events that are being created. And on dashboards, you can see that we had more number of beach cleaning or we had less number of residential areas cleaning. All these comparative analysis can also come at the end of it. The third aspect which is also there, citizens can simultaneously upload pictures on this portal, so can the field units. And at the end of the event, these events will have to be closed, which means all of us can see how many events are open and how many events are closed. Now, the beauty of the portal is all the above 4 reports can be filtered and viewed at village level, Gram Panchayat level, urban local body level, district level, state level, ministry level. So from macro till the village point, all these 4 parameters will be available on various reports. Now, while content creation or event creation is important, logistics is important, the soul of this entire activity will be dissemination. Unless people know that such activity is happening, we will not have public participation. Hence, dissemination strategy has to be the soul of our activities. For this, we will be sharing an audiovisual from the national level, Ek Tarik, Ek Ghanta. This should be disseminated by all ministries, state, field level through their locally available platforms like social media, digital platforms, audiovisual vans, local radio channels, door-to-door campaigns, etc. Any platform with any innovation that you can think of. The second thing is all of us will have a common creative that will create a common identity between these events and also for citizen recognition and participation. So the creative of Ek Tarik, Ek Ghanta will be shared from the national level. It will be shared to you as an open file. Therefore, you can translate it into your regional languages. You can put the names and the logos of your own ministries, your field units, etc. and then disseminate the same through posters, banners, billboards, digital displays, railway platform display, bus stands, toll booths, private public offices, buses, metros, inside train compartments, high footfall areas, everywhere. We can have this along with the banners on the websites. Now, very important is citizens have to know swachhatahiseva.com, and this is also possible when important people start talking about it. So we request each one of you to please request all the key people in our own network, starting from our own ministers, the local leaders, the officers, senior officers who are linked to it, brand ambassadors, eminent citizens, local influencers, etc., to start talking about it. And we will also be sharing the QR code during the training program tomorrow and day after. So please disseminate this message widely at local level. A very important part of dissemination strategy is use of social media. Like it or not like it, digital and social media is a very, very important part of our communication channel. Therefore, all our entities till the field units will have to have adequate social media posts from different handles, be it Facebook, Twitter, Koo, Insta, LinkedIn, etc. we have to have these posts from different handles. I have been watching various handles, very few officers, very few handles, and very few important personalities have started talking about it. So in the next 48 to 72 hours, all of us will have to see that this message is disseminated. Now, when we say dissemination of message, what should be there on a social media post? It just cannot be any random post which has 2 likes or 3 likes or 5 likes. Therefore, it's very important that the social media post should focus on actual cleaning. People like to see actual on-ground action. Second, the scale of activity. 100 NCC cadets, 500 NCC cadets, 150 women SHG members, human chain of 1,000 people carrying the kachra and cleaning a pond. So this kind of scale of activity is what enthuses both press and public. So please speak about that. The third is innovation. Many of the central ministries have adopted beautiful innovations in their actions. For example, today we saw civil aviation using all its platforms to take forward the Swachhata Pakhwada video everywhere. So you can use any kind of innovation to disseminate your messages. People participation is going to be very important. You can take testimonials of somebody who says that I'm very excited to join the defense forces on so and so hill spot on this date. I'm ready. Are you ready? So people talking about it and participating would also raise enthusiasm. Then the next important thing is we have to show results. Pre and post situation pictures are a must. So wherever we are doing our work on first, please do post pre and post situation pictures. Now, I've already mentioned about the important handles of chief ministers, ministers, MPs, MLAs, etc. Important is we cross-tweet between ministries. So ministries cannot operate in isolation. Mahua talking about DDWS, Mahua talking about defense, defense talking about labor, WCD talking about civil aviation. So we have to also cross-tweet between ministries as it is a single topic on which all ministries will be talking the entire next week. And important is also we retweet the important handles, brand ambassadors and influencers to amplify our message. I will request 2 important things in this particular slide. Everybody must use the hashtag Swachh Bharat. Swachhata Hi Seva is also a hashtag which you have been using, and we have millions of views already in the past 1 week. This hashtag has been doing very well. Our first hashtag remains Swachh Bharat, and the second one will be Swachhata Hi Seva. So even if you're not using Swachhata Hi Seva, Swachh Bharat hashtag is a must in all posts. And the official handles that are to be tagged are both of Mahua and of DDWS, which has been given in this slide. Now, there are some important timelines that concern the dissemination strategy. Today, we will be doing a press release from Government of India. We request all states, ministries, and field also to keep disseminating this as and when you keep getting ready. So from 24th to 26th will be a simultaneous action wherein you disseminate the audiovisual which goes from the ministry, which we will be sharing with you, as well as the preliminary press release and the information that goes. By 26th, we expect that your events should start featuring on the portal. This is when high intensity dissemination must begin. That's where everybody must start talking about it. So coming week, Tuesday, Wednesday onwards, we need to peak our entire communication. 29th and 30th, that's the peak day, would request a pre-event press release by central ministries, states, field units at your own level. There could be a press brief also, but we need to intensify in the preceding 48 hours. On 1st October, all handles must give at least 5, 7, 10 posts on various activity. Media must be invited not just to cover but also participate on ground in these activities. High quality photography and video documentation could be done for best practices, and post the event, the ministry can always give a press release on the major highlights and best practices. Now the question could be, what does one do on 2nd October? 2nd October is the Shraddhanjali Day, so wherein you can do your Prabhat Fairies, your prizes, your felicitations, rangolis, walks, etc., and offer your Shraddhanjali to Mahatma Gandhi. Now, the last important thing which all of us have to keep in mind is the key timeline. Time is important here. We have just about a week to deliver on the Ek Tarikh, Ek Ghanta, and we start with today where we are having this online meeting. 24th, we have the training for the states. 25th, we have the training for all the central ministries and field units. We've already shared the training link, the timing of different central ministries with all of you. It is there in the SOP. I will be putting it on the common group once again of the Central Nodal Ministries WhatsApp group. By 26th, important is our activities must be completed. And even if I'm repeating it, I will. These activities which need to be completed by 26th are: first, identification of field units for implementation. The central ministries have a meeting with field units on their preparation. We plan well for 1st October regarding which is our event, what is the nature of the cleaning. We have appropriate nodal officers at different levels who will oversee the field arrangements, coordination, reporting, the dissemination strategy, etc. Request ministries not to leave it to one officer who is a director or somebody in charge of coordination to handle the entire responsibility, because it is an ask of a different nature. Any nodal officer must have a team to support him. Therefore, please put that team together. All field units will have to finalize the logistics of cleaning, of transportation, as I have already detailed, for the proper implementation of the events, and then finally uploading of the events on citizen portal, so that from 26th onwards, citizens will be able to see the events in their neighborhoods. Thereafter, from 26th onwards, we can go strong on the dissemination strategy, and this is also the time when we request for review meetings by secretaries of the ministries as well as the respective chief secretaries. We also request ministries to depute senior officers from 30th to go and visit the field to see the arrangements and also participate in the activity on 1st of October. So this is the presentation where we have tried to incorporate all the details. I will immediately put the presentation on the nodal officers group, and I request the nodal officers to please share the same with the field units and take a meeting at your level wherein you can again run through this presentation and disseminate the same. I request Secretary Mohua to please share observations, if any.
Thank you, Rupa. Thank you, Rupa. I think let's go with the departments. I think you have covered everything. Let's go with a few ministries, asking them whether they have any comments or what they propose to do. Let's start with.
All right, sir. Sir, can we take civil aviation first? Nodal officer of Ministry of Civil Aviation. Nodal officer of Ministry of Civil Aviation.
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Ma'am, our nodal officer, Shri Ambush Sharma, Deputy Secretary, he just got He just signed out of the meeting. There was some technical issue. I'm talking on his behalf.
All right.
Ma'am, we have shared all the necessary directions that we got from you to all our airports and airlines for compliance.
So will civil aviation create the events at the level of the ministry, or is going to designate some other field units to create the events?
No, ma'am. The issue is that we have a lot of offices under us. There are around 74 operational airports. Sorry, 148 operational airports, and there are a lot of airlines also. So we are going to create nodal officers in those organizations. For instance, we are going to create a single nodal officer for Airports Authority of India, which can compile data from various airports and put it into the portal.
Okay, so in that case, Vipulji, the ID login credentials will be shared with Ministry of Civil Aviation. You can designate whosoever you want to be your field unit, and accordingly, they will log in and create the cleanliness activities.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, sure, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
MHA.
MHA.
Who's there from MHA?
Nodal Officer MHA. Nodal Officer MHA. Rahul Malik sir. Kindly unmute yourself.
Namaskar, madam. I am from MHA.
Yes, please.
मैं कल ही जो है यूजर आईडी एंड पासवर्ड जो है मिला है, तो हमने नोडल ऑफिसर को शेयर कर दिया है, क्योंकि हमारे CAPF अगर बाहर है फील्ड में होते हैं तो वो लोग अपलोड कर रहे हैं। कल हमने एक आध दो फोटो जो है मिनिस्ट्री का अपलोड किया है।
आप सारा इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे इसकी साइट पे
सॉरी
एक तो MHA में
Request the others to please mute yourself. Please mute themselves.
ओके।
MHA में बहुत ज्यादा तो आप हर CAPF को एक तो लॉगिन देंगे, उसके बाद CAPF अपनी फील्ड यूनिट्स का डेटा उनको लॉगिन देके करेंगे, खुद डालेंगे, साइट्स आइडेंटिफाई करेगा, ये सारा डेटा कब कैसे डालेंगे। अगर आप ये सब वर्कआउट नहीं करेंगे तो आपके यहाँ मीनाबाद का कंफ्यूजन होगा। और
Sir, I'm from MHA. I'm the nodal officer, LS Daya, sir. I'll just clarify, sir. There are 7 forces: Assam Rifle, BSF, CISF, CRPF, ITBP, SSB, and NSG, sir. We have detailed IG level nodal officer in the forces, and further the nodal officer are detailed at the level of frontier headquarters, sector headquarters, and up to the unit level, sir. And all these of Mr. Nodal officers, they are uploading the data on the MHA's login ID and password that has been circulated to the field formation, sir. And as on date, the 1,618 units are participating in the event, and action plan has been prepared, and all the activities are undertaken in a mission mode, and all the we will be putting up a better show, sir.
Daya Sahab, what you said right now is pertaining to the fortnight activities of Pakhwada. 1
ma'am.
तारीख को 10 बजे 1 घंटे का श्रमदान के लिए what are the arrangements? Because we shared it late last night or last evening, you will have to have a specific meeting with all field units and plan for 1 तारीख 10 बजे 1 घंटे का श्रमदान. All the activities that you're doing for Pakhwada is one side. 1st October, specific plan of action.
Ma'am, we have planned a meeting on Tuesday at 11:30, and this will be discussed and will be arranged for 1st and 2nd. We are holding a meeting on Tuesday, ma'am. Our additional secretary, Mr. Mrityunjay Kumar, will be chairing the meeting.
Daya Saab, you will be too late if you start doing meeting on Tuesday to discuss and inform field units. So my request to you would be discuss with Home Secretary and whatever meetings you want to do it on Monday and issue instructions to all your field units today itself. सिर्फ 1 सप्ताह का वक्त है, सुन लीजिए, 1 सप्ताह का वक्त है और सारी फील्ड यूनिट्स को एक तो पहले तो हम कर क्या रहे हैं इसकी इंफॉर्मेशन जानी चाहिए, उसके बाद वो साइट आइडेंटिफाई करें और मंडे ट्यूसडे वेडनेसडे तक वो साइट अपलोड करें ताकि और उसके अरेंजमेंट्स करें. तो इसलिए डोंट पोस्टपोन इट टिल ट्यूसडे. ऑल ऑफ यू शुड रिक्वेस्ट इज टू ऑल द मिनिस्ट्रीज इज अपनी फील्ड यूनिट्स को डिटेल्स आज ही भेज दें सारी और ये डिसाइड कर लें कि उसमें से कौन साइट्स की डिटेल्स अपलोड करेगा. फील्ड यूनिट करेगी तो उनको लॉगिन पासवर्ड दीजिए, अगर आप करेंगे तो उनसे कहिए कि किस तरह से उनसे डेटा कलेक्ट होगा और अगले 2-3 दिन में मंडे को आप लोग उनके साथ मीटिंग कीजिए और उनको रिव्यू कीजिए और बाय ट्यूसडे वेडनेसडे ऑल डिटेल्स शुड बी अपलोडेड.
Submit, sir.
हाँ
Sir, all these instructions already stand circulated to all the forces. Sites have been already identified. Action has already been started. We have also furnished the list of site, the cleaning site to our coordination division, which will be sent further to the concerned quarter. And meeting was held on Friday. All these things have been, but only new point has come that एक दिन 1 घंटा cleaning वाला वो that issue will be discussed, will be circulated today itself, and meeting is arranged on Tuesday. We will record it and do it on Monday, sir.
Okay, let's go to women and child. Anyone from women and child?
Women and
Good
child
afternoon,
development.
sir. Yeah, so this is Tripti Gurha, although I'm not the nodal officer, sir, but I'm the joint secretary looking after the autonomous bodies under the ministry, sir. So I have noted the details of the presentation. After this meeting is over, sir, I'm going to share the details with my institutes, the regional centers that I have, sir, and one at headquarters. And then we will start disseminating the information as has been mandated, sir, by 26th of September.
Now, this is to clarify to all the central ministries. We are talking of 2 portals. एक portal वो है, which is the DDWS portal, where you are already reporting your fortnightly activities. The portal which will be for the 1st October event is swachhatahiseva.com citizens portal. All field units, central ministries will have to log in into swachhatahiseva.com after the training program that we will provide on Monday and create the events on the portal. After the creation of events, citizens will be able to see and we can then do the activities on 1st. So there are 2 portals here.
Can we please come in from the Ministry of Education, Department of Higher Education?
बताइए.
Yes, please.
I'm Neeta Prasad, Joint Secretary and the Nodal Officer. My secretary took a meeting this morning, sir, after we received this communication from your side last night. So today we had a meeting with UGC, AICT, and some of our own bureau heads. So both UGC and AICT are going to identify about 500 institutions each. And in addition to that, we'll have the centrally funded institutions. And we've made a note of the timelines, and we'll be following those. And in fact, UGC and AICT nodal people are already there in the meeting today. I mean, they've also joined this meeting, and we'll be organizing training for the other people from the other institutions as the schedule that has been shared by you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other ministry wants to raise an issue or report the progress, what they're doing, or has any clarification?
So can we hear from Ministry of Railways? Ministry of Railways. Ministry of Environment.
Good afternoon. This is Shailin Singh from Ministry of Railways.
Yes, please.
Sir, there are two parts, sir. One is the ongoing Swachhata Hi Seva campaign, which was launched on 15th of September. So, sir, we have already done 4,200 stations cleaning, and track kilometer we have covered 15,000 kilometers under the Har Patri Saaf Sutri scheme. And overall, sir, we have done around 4 lakhs of the man hours in this drive so far. And now the second part for the 1st of the October, sir, we have received the communication last night. So I am holding a meeting today itself after this meeting is over with my field units. So we'll give them the detailed instructions for doing the 1 hour Ramadan on 1st of October. And we'll communicate all our zonal railways and the divisions to create the activity, identify the location, and make a program for 1 hour Ramadan, and to ensure the larger participation of the our employees, the general public, and the scouts and guides, NSS, etc. So we'll share the login password to our field units once we receive this from the MOA, and then we'll do the portal. And on first, sir, we'll try to involve our CEO and the minister also in this Samdan campaign.
So, Rupa, I think login password, everyone already has it, isn't it?
So we will be sharing with them during the training, sir. We will be sending prior to that also, but we will be handholding them during the training. Actually, sir, we have kept the same login credentials. Sir, the login credentials are the same as DDWS portal, nothing different, sir. So for all the ministries, it's the same. Yes, sir.
मैम मैं स्कूल एजुकेशन से बोल रहा था
जी।
मैम स्कूल एजुकेशन का तो कहीं ट्रेनिंग कैलेंडर में नाम मतलब डिपार्टमेंट नहीं दिख रहा है, तो हमारा इसमें रोल नहीं है कोई क्या इस महुआ
सॉरी
हाउसिंग अर्बन अफेयर मिनिस्ट्री का मैम जो ट्रेनिंग शेड्यूल है
नहीं, एक उसमें है अदर्स दुगल साहब, उसमें एक लास्ट में अदर्स लिखा है, तो जितने भी बाकी 30 करीब है दे आर इन दैट पर्टिकुलर टाइमलाइन, वो आप देखिए लास्ट में अदर्स डाल रखा है।
एक्सक्यूज मी मैडम।
जी
मैडम, आई एम दिव्येंदु देवनाथ, आई एम द नोडल ऑफिसर फ्रॉम आईसर कोलकाता स्वच्छता। I just want to like to know that what will be the ID and password for the institution like ISER.
I would request people from only ministry. This is too large a meeting, people. we would not be able to clarify the questions coming from field units in this meeting. So my request to ICER is that they should raise their queries with the Ministry of Education or in ICER if it is space. Right now, only people from the ministry nodal officers are requested to raise query. Otherwise, it would become difficult to conduct the meeting.
Thank you, sir. We shall definitely write to the ministry. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, if you permit, we'll quickly just show the portal in a couple of minutes for people to understand a little more.
It will be fine.
So can we do that?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So, I request Swati to please begin the presentation on the live portal. Ankit and Swati, if you could please start.
Evaluation the nodal officer to.
Yes, ma'am, we are starting.
Request all others to please mute their microphones.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Madam, good afternoon. I am Dr. Sadev Singh calling from Department of Agriculture Farmer Welfare.
Yes, please.
Sadev ji, I am the nodal officer. So sir has just mentioned that the ministry will answer all the queries. I have understood all the points. So Sadev, I will explain to you. You don't have to ask separately.
Thanks, ma'am. Thank you,
ma'am. If everybody cooperates, we'll just quickly show you a glimpse of the portal on which we will work. Request Ankit to immediately start.
Yes, ma'am, we are starting somehow. As soon as you join, she will share.
May I come in, please?
Yes, please. Ministry of Ayush.
This is Satyajit Paul, DDG, Nodal Ministry of Ayush.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much for these highlights, and I would share that you please share the presentation, one thing. And then second thing is that I have one query regarding the user ID and password that you said. If I want to share it with our nodal officers down the field, the same password would do, or there should be a separate password?
It will be the same. It will be the same.
Okay, thank you so much.
Ankit.
Ma'am, we're still trying to get into the meeting. We're still in the lobby.
Ankit, could you please start?
Ma'am, we are trying. We wait. Still in lobby. Just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, Swati has joined.
Right.
You can show it from here. Why don't you show it from here? In the meanwhile, is there any other ministry who has any query to raise? Only Central Ministry nodal officers?
क्वेरी था
Yes, please.
मैम, हमारे तो फील्ड यूनिट सब स्कूल से होंगे जहाँ पे हमें इवेंट कराना होगा। एक मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट में कितने इवेंट कराने रहेंगे? कि हर इवेंट का एक आप बता रहे हैं, हर इवेंट का एक हर फील्ड यूनिट का एक इवेंट क्रिएट करना होगा, तो हमें कितने इवेंट मोरालेस कराने में, कितने फील्ड यूनिट में लेना होगा?
There is no such upper ceiling like that. As I said, we are expecting that in every urban local body, in one ward, there could be 2 events, and in one gram panchayat, at least 1 event. अभी डिस्ट्रिक्ट के लेवल में वेदर स्कूल डज इट, आंगनवाड़ी डज इट, ग्राम पंचायत टेक्स अ लीड और एसएचजीस टेक द लीड, इट इज दैट सेम विलेज एज अ यूनिट. दिस इज वेयर कन्वर्जेंस इज important at the field unit. So please request officers down below to sit together and decide that in one gram panchayat how many activities they will be doing. There is no fixed number like that.
अब स्टेट से ही मैम नंबर ले लें कितने इवेंट वो करा पाएंगे?
नहीं, स्टेट डिसाइड करेगी. आपकी फील्ड यूनिट्स जो हैं, अब जो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के स्कूल्स हैं, दे आर नॉट फील्ड यूनिट्स. तो आपकी जो यूनिट्स हैं जिन पे डायरेक्टली आपका कंट्रोल है, चाहे वो केवीज हो, चाहे वो नवोदय विद्यालय हो, चाहे कोई और आपकी ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स हो, उनके आसपास आप करवा लीजिए. स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के स्कूल्स का उन पे छोड़ दीजिए.
ठीक है, तो हम केवी जेएनवी और हमारे ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूशंस यहाँ पे उन पे हम फोकस करेंगे. ठीक है सर.
Sir, even KV में the school should not be the unit. School should not be the unit. It is a directorate or
जो आपकी फील्ड यूनिट है उसके आसपास अगर सफाई के इवेंट्स कराने हैं, फील्ड यूनिट के अंदर नहीं कराने हैं कि फील्ड यूनिट के स्टूडेंट्स को बुला के आप सफाई करा रहे हैं स्कूल में, वो नहीं करनी है. उसके आस कहीं जनता में कोई जगह हो, स्कूल के आसपास कोई जगह हो, वहां पे कीजिए.
Sir, we are starting the live demo. Swati, please begin.
Am I audible?
Yes, Ankit, please start.
Okay, ma'am. I'll be doing this demo. Swati is somehow not able to join. So this is the temporary link that we have uploaded the website on. The first action for us is to click on the login button. When I click on the login button, I have to log username and password, which will be pre-shared with everybody. I am just using a dummy account to log in for demonstration purpose. I'm going to log in using that account. So once I log in, I will be redirected to a page where we show the profile of the logged in person. So this is how the logged in person profile look like. The ministry name will be visible. The name of the person who is logged in is visible. The email address will be visible. The state, district, block, panchayat, and village will be visible. These users are already tagged using these variables. Now, first action that we have to do is we have to create an event, like ma'am said. So we click on create event. A small pop-up form appears. Inside that pop-up form, the first selection is whether the location is rural or urban. So, for example, if I pick rural, then I'll have to select state next. When I click and select state, then I have to select the district. When I click the district, then I'll select the block. When I click the block, I select the panchayat. And when I select the panchayat, I finally select the village. Once that is done, we will enter the field division. I'll just enter dummy variable here. This is important. This email address is important because this is the email where the OTP will be sent for event creation. So once we create an OTP will be sent to that email address. We have to open our email, which will be written here. And then when we verify, then only we'll be able to create the OTP. So I'm just going to log in, write my email address for now. The phone number. This is basically phone number of the event organizer, event coordinator name of the event. So for example, CR Park Cleanliness event. And then nature of the event. These are the list of drop downs. User can select from where this event is, what kind of nature the event is. And then the date of the event. This will not be required. We will fix that for 1st of October. Number of expected participants, let's say 100. Location of the event will enter CR Park. And then this is basically for special instruction. If we want to give any special instruction to the people who are going to come on the portal, so we can like bring your own room. So once all these information are filled, user just have to create, submit. Once I click on the submit button,
Ankit, your screen is not getting shared. Ankit, screen आपकी share नहीं हो रही है, फिर से एक बार share करें.
अच्छा. My screen is visible now?
Not yet. Yes, now it is.
Okay, so I just created the entered the submit button after the create event. Once I do that, an email and OTP will be shared to my email address. I'm going to just open that. So this is the OTP that I have received. I will just copy this OTP and paste it back. I paste the OTP here and click on verify. Once I do that, my event will be created. Once the event is created, it will be visible on this page. So as you can see, I have created this event. I can click on the view. I click on the view, this will be populated. Now this is basically the event or the microsite of that particular event is happening at this location. Now what all activities we can do at this location is basically two. First thing is user can upload images to this particular event. So when I go and I participate, I can come on this
Ankit,
and I
फिर से
can
share करें.
upload image.
Ankit, your screen is again gone off. आप फिर से share करें.
Okay. It's is it visible now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I was on the event microsite page where the event that I have created, all the information are displayed here for that particular event. As I said, there are two actions that can be done on an event page. I can either upload a media or I can close the event. Now let me just upload a media to show. I'll just click the submit button. Sent for moderation. Now, all the images that is uploaded on the portal will first be to our portal, and then it will be sent for moderation purposes. There will be a backend port for that. Once the backend portal receive that, we will have an AI and a manual moderation team working on this. And once they do, this image will then go live on the portal. Second thing, this says upload successfully and sent for moderation. So whenever an image is uploaded, this message will come and then it will go to moderation portal. Once the moderation team approves it, then the image goes live here on the same portal. Now, second activity that I want to show is all those events that are being created will be shown on an event on a Google Map view. Currently, this is a dummy view just for the purpose of demonstration. So you can see that we have created one event here. And then other event that we have created is here. So similar to this, it will be visible to all the users. I have created two more event here. Like this is one, there is one here and there is one here. So it's simply for any public user, this is the main view of all the events that is happening across. So once they open the page, there will be a pop-up for asking permission, and all the event that is happening around the vicinity of the location of the person who is viewing will be shown something like this. So if I click on this particular button, that event, and when I click on that, I'll be redirected to a page where all the things that is happening in the event will be shown. So for example, this will load up and all the information which is related to this particular event will be shown. So this is how the information looks like. There's no media uploaded to that, so that's why all the other informations are not shown below. So this was the media that was uploaded. We have bypassed it for this reason. Now I am going to go back to the main page and show the second functionality. The second functionality is basically closing the event. So you can see that there are two options here, but this option will only come for the user who is logged in. For the user, those who are not logged in, you can see this information will not come here. So this is a dummy page that we have created just to showcase. But whenever a public user visits a event microsite, all the pages and media links will be shown, but the functionality will be only shown to the logged in user. Now, if we have to close the event, we just have to click this button. When we click this button, it will, an image pop-up will appear.
I think the site is not clear. Yeah, now it is.
So actually, sir, looks like his network at the end is not good, for which we are not getting a real-time picture of the site. So nonetheless, sir, we have organized an online training for the central ministries and the field units as per slots on Monday.
I would also suggest Rupa, I would suggest you prepare a video of this.
Yes,
and
sir.
also
We're doing
put
that.
it, with a detailed instruction manual and a video, or a sort of a combination of two. That
Yes,
would
sir.
be for everyone.
Yes, sir. We are doing that. We'll be doing that, sir.
Then let's close this meeting and
Yes.
request all the departments to work accordingly the way you have been requested and the way, so that on 1st of October, the entire country, with, as PM has said, crores of people at lakhs of sites should do Shramdan for 1 hour at 10 o'clock. And our job is to enable that to happen, to identify the sites, put it on the website, do their local publicity so that people come and participate in that and provide support to them in terms of logistics, in terms of materials, in all our sites, and also work with the state government because the sites are same. Whether it's in a city or rural area, the people are same. So I think we need to work with people as well as with the state governments on this. We'll close the meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And for all the central ministries, ministry-wise coordinator list with contact details has been shared. There is also an officer in charge whose email ID and number we have shared. It's a director, Binay Kumar Jha, and each ministry-wise also coordinators have been, list has been shared with ministries. Request ministries to be in touch with their coordinators, and also there is a central group for overall coordination. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Secretary, sir.
And
Thank you.
share the PPT immediately.
Immediately, I'm putting it on the groups.